I'm great at what I do, Dad. I mean, I'm really great at what I do.
I've made a lot of arrests over the years, but I've never come up against somebody with the experience, the knowledge that he has had in the drug smuggling operations around the world.
George Young was to cocaine like Henry Ford was to the automobile industry. George has become somewhat of a folk hero.
Chaos ruled. And when it was chaotic, we were sort of like in control in a way. Because we made the mess. And then in some ways, we controlled the mess, and then it got out of control. We did not care.
Blow kind of personifies what we were doing back in the 80s. This is really how the cocaine industry started.
Of all the things I've written, Blow did change my life in a significant way. We made a deal that we would travel around the Western Hemisphere, and he would introduce me to all his old buddies.
Bruce was a professor of journalism at Columbia University. It was like Mr. Rogers meeting the devil. We spent so much time together, it was incredible. I mean, I took him everywhere, everywhere.
This is like some kind of cocaine-driven Tom Sawyer. He loved adventures.
Who would have ever conceived that I'd be on the New York Times bestseller list, and then New Line Cinema would make a movie with Johnny Depp, who I didn't even know who he was at that time, but that's okay, I know who he is now.
George was very connected to the Medellin cartel, obviously very tied in with Carlos later, with Pablo Escobar, talking and negotiating at the highest levels. But George was not a good businessman. George did not know what to do with his money. George was in this for the thrill of the experience. He was not in it to become a wealthy millionaire.
George allowed greed to overcome his intuition. There were so many red flags that George should have realized that, hey, these guys are police officers. There's very few rich traffickers. They end up in prison. They're momentarily rich.
There are so many cool parts of the book that just didn't make the movie.
George had just walked away, literally walked away, from a prison camp.
I took it upon myself to leave them a message that freedom is the realm of illusion, and I am a master of illusion. Good fucking bye. The only thing I regret about doing that is I wasn't there to see their face when they read it.
We convinced George Young, a major drug trafficker, to move on to an undercover boat, and he lived there for 3.5 months with us.
Well, it was quite inviting. They said they had a boat, and I could stay on there and with all the amenities and luxuries, and it beat the hell out of a Motel 6. And so I moved right on.
He stopped using airports after a while because he thought they were getting too hot. So he started using highways, right, for planes to land on. And more than one occasion, he would stop cars on the highway.
I felt untouchable because I was Pablo's friend.
Estoy contento. Bueno, let us speak no more of this business. Let's go for a drive. We have many other things to talk about, yes?
As you can say, my life is an open book, and I don't have anything to hide.